Today's lesson is Chapter 6, Lesson 6, Discounts and Markups. The essential question for this lesson is, how can you find discounts and selling prices? Another word for discounts would be sale price. So this happens quite often when we're out in the shopping for clothes or groceries and things are on sale. So what we want to do is we want to be able to figure out, let's say you go to a clothing store and there's a rack that says 25% off all items at that rack. And so you want to be able to figure out what would be the price of this pair of pants. If the original price was $30 and it's 25% off, what would the sale price be? And that's what this lesson is going to be able to allow us to do. All right. Our vocabulary is discount and markup. So again, we already said that a discount is a decrease or a sale price. All right, so it's a discount is a decrease in the original price of the item. So again, I'll write here, it's a sale price when the price goes down, okay? And a markup, so if, let's say you were a business owner, you want to make money, you want to make profit, all right? So in order to make a profit, stores charge more than what they pay, all right? So they increase the price. So let's say you own a sneaker store and you pay $50 for a pair of Air Jordans. You're going to charge more than $50 because you want to make profit. The amount that you charge above what you paid for it. So let's say you sell them for $100. So that amount that you charge extra above what you paid is called the markup. All right. So within the word, you see the little word there, up. So up means it's a price increase. The price goes up, okay? So this is an increase. All right, it's a price increase. So a discount is a price decrease. We'll write that here. And a markup is a price increase. And so we have to be able to use this stuff that we've learned about percentages, especially the last lesson, 6.5, percent change. Discounts and markups are just a type of percent change. It's just a matter, is it going up or is it going down? And we're going to use that percent change to figure out sometimes the new price. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at our first example. Finding a sale price. The original price of the shorts is $35. What is the sale price? All right, so we look at this picture, and right here they give us what the percent is. It's 25% off. You'll see that this says method 1. There are two different ways that we can solve this problem, so we'll do both of them. Excuse me. The first way, we want to realize we need this equation at the end. The sale price that we're looking for would be the original price minus the discount. When we say the discount, that discount has to be in dollars. So we have to find the amount of money that we would have to take away from the original price. And then we can find the new price. To find that amount of money right here, this discount, that's in dollars. So I want to put a dollar sign there because we're talking about the discount dollars, not the discount percentage. All right. To find the amount of discount dollars that we're going to subtract, we take the percent of discount, which they said was 25%, and we multiply it by the original price. The original price is $35. All right, so the dollar discount is equal to the percent of discount times the original price. Well, the dollar discount we don't know, so I'm just going to call that X for now, is equal to, we can't multiply things by a percent. When we did the percent equation, we realized we have to change this percent into a decimal. So 25% is 0.25. And we multiply that by the original amount of the shorts, which is $35. So if I go ahead and multiply that on my calculator, 0.25 times 35, that's equal to, X is equal to $8.75, because this is a dollar amount. X represents the dollar discount, okay? So X is $8.75. This is how much money, it's a price decrease. So this is how much money we have to subtract from the original price. All right, because it's a sale price. So down here, the sale price, which we'll call SP, is equal to the original price, which was $35, minus the discount dollars that we just figured out. That's $8.75. So the sale price is going to be equal to 35 minus the 875 is equal to $26.25. So that's one way to figure it out. If we can find out how many dollars we need to subtract from the original price, then we can find the sale price. And how we find these dollars is we take the percent of discount right here and multiply it by the original price right there. Okay, that's method number one. Method number two is right here. And we'll look at this equation down here. This is the one that we got to end up with. The sale price is equal to the percent of the original price times the original price. So what this is more of a percent change kind of question here. We want to know what percent of the original price are we going to be paying times the original price. Another way to write this part down here is what is the percent we pay? All right, if we're going to pay the original price, that means we're paying 100% of the original price. So if the original price was $35 and we're going to pay all of it, that means we're paying 100% of it. But if it's on sale, the new price is going to be less, and so would the percent we pay. Instead of paying 100%, we're going to pay less than 100%. So I'm not sure. It depends on what the percent discount is. All right. In this case, the percent discount is 25%. So we're not going to pay 100%. We're going to pay 25% less than that 100%. Okay. So that's what we're doing here in this first step, finding the percent of the original price right here. So what I did over here is kind of this step right here. The percent of the original price is, well, if we start with 100%, 100% is the whole thing, the original price. And we subtract the amount of percentage that we're not going to pay. And that's this part right here, the 25%. That's what we're not paying. So the percent of the original, okay, so I'll just call it percent of original is equal to, and I'm not going to call percent of original. Let's call it this part down here. The percent we pay is equal to the 100% if we paid the whole price, but we're not. We're going to discount it, so we're not going to pay 25%. So we're going to get rid of that 25%, which means what we are going to pay is 100 minus 25 is 75%. So we're going to pay 75% of the original price, okay? Which makes sense because it's less than 100%, which means we're going to pay less than the whole thing. All right, so the sale price is equal to the percent we pay times the original. All right, that's the equation I like to use. The percent we pay times the original. So the sale price will be equal to the percent we pay is 75%, but again, we can't write it as a percent, we have to write it as a decimal. So 0.75 times the original, which was 35. So let's go ahead and do that in our calculator. 0.75 times, times 35 is equal to $26.25, which is what we got the first time. All right, so I would highly recommend that you go back and look at these two methods again and make sure that you understand them, and then you can choose which one that you want to use. I personally like the one that I just showed you now, and I think it works for a lot of problems that we're going to be dealing with in this lesson. So that's a really good one to remember. So this is it right here. Sale price is equal to the percent we pay times the original. This little equation right there I think is very useful. All right. So the sale price is what percent are we going to pay and multiply it by the original price. Okay. Now down at the bottom here, there are some on your own problems. I'd like you to give them a try, and I'd like you to try to do both methods. All right. So if you have any trouble with this, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and start the video again, and I'll have a solution here, and hopefully that'll help you understand it. But I'd like you to try it on your own first. So go ahead and pause the video and do that. Come back and check when you're finished with your problems. So number one, the original price of a skateboard is $50. The sale price includes a 20% discount. What is the sale price? So method number one. Remember, the sale price was equal to the original amount minus the dollar amount of the discount. I like to write that dollar sign there, okay? What we need to do is we've got to figure out what is the dollar amount of discount. And how we do that, excuse me, so the dollar discount, I'm going to do this, you know what, I'm going to do this underneath here. The dollar discount is equal to the percent of discount times the original amount. All right, and the percent of discount was 20%, so that's 0.20 as a decimal, and the original price was $50. So when we multiply 0.2 times 50, we end up with, let's go ahead and do that on the calculator, just to make sure, we end up with $10. So what does this $10 mean? This means this $10 is what we can subtract from the original price. This $10 goes in for that dollar discount. So if we go back to this original equation, sale price equals the original minus the dollar discount. Well, we just figured out the dollar discount, and they gave us the original in the problem. The original was $50. The discount amount is $10, which means we are going to pay $40 for that pair of, for that skateboard. All right, so the skateboard was originally $50. We're going to take away the $10 discount that we calculated, and we're going to pay $40. So that's one way to do it. That's method number one. Method number two, I'm going to start with sale price is equal to the percent we pay times the original. Remember, percent we pay is equal to, or starts with 100% is the original, minus whatever discount percent we have, and it's a 20% discount. So the percent we're going to pay is the 100% whole thing minus the 20% that we get to take off, and that's equal to 80%. So we're going to pay 80% of the original. So we're going to take this 80% and plug it in into that part of the equation. So the selling price would be equal to the percent we pay, which is 80%, which we'll write as a decimal, 0.80, times the original amount, which was 50, and 0.8 times 50 is equal to $40. So we get the same answer for both. If you're having some trouble understanding this, please let me know in class when you come back to school, and we'll look at some other examples that we can go over this until you get more comfortable with it. I know this is a little bit tricky doing these two different methods. Again, you got to pick the one that makes the most sense to you, so that these problems aren't overwhelming. So again, just ask in class if you have problems. All right, let's take a look at example number 2, finding an original price. So what is the original price of the shoes? All right, so you gotta look at this right here. Right now, they're $33. That's the sale price. Okay, they've been discounted. They've been discounted by 40%. Okay, so this is where, using that one formula that I like, sale price equals percent of original price, or we like to call it the percent we pay times the original. This little equation right here, this little formula helps solve a lot of these problems, okay? So we know that the original price is worth 100%. We have to figure out what is this percent that we are paying. The original price is 100%. The discount amount, which is right here, was 40%. So that's this 40% right there. The percent we pay is going to be the 100% minus the 40%. We're taking away 40% of the price. That's the discount. And that leaves us with 60%. That's the percent we are going to pay of the original price, okay? So this part you have to do first. You got to figure out what percent of the original are we going to pay. Once we know that, we can just plug it into this formula. So the sale price, which we know, is $33 because they gave us that. The percent that we pay, we just figured out up here, and that's the 60%, but we have to write it as a decimal. So that's 0.60 times the original price. That's what we're trying to find, right? What is the original price? So we're going to call that X, all right? That's a variable. It's the unknown. Now, how do we solve an equation where we have some number multiplied by a variable? We're going to use inverse operations to solve this. So to get X by itself, since it's being multiplied by 0.60, we're going to divide by 0.60 on both sides. And when we do that, these are going to cancel out, and all I got left over here is X, which represents the original price. And over here, I'm going to do 33 divided by 0.6 on my calculator, and that's equal to 55. So what that's telling me is that the original price of these sneakers was $55, and after a 40% discount, they're now $33. So this little formula right here is very useful in being able to find a sale price. It can help us find an original price, and it can also help us find a percent of discount. And that's probably going to be a problem that we'll see a little bit later in the lesson. But for now, use the example that I just did here to see if you can solve this next question on your own. Okay? So go ahead, pause the video, take care of this problem, come back, and check your solution. Okay. Number 2, the discount on a DVD is 50%. It is on sale for $10. All right, so this is our sale price. What is the original price of the DVD? Some of you are going to understand that 50% means half, and you'll be able to mentally figure it out. And that's okay, but we also have to be able to show the work, show how we do it mathematically. So I'm going to start with that little equation. Sale price is equal to the percent that we pay times the original amount. Okay? We got to figure out the percent we pay. All right? And how do we do that? The percent we pay, WP, we pay, is always starts with 100%. And they're telling us that it's a discount of 50%. So we can take away 50%. So we can subtract 50%. So 100% minus 50% is equal to 50%. So we're only going to pay 50% of the original. Now, they told us that the sale price, this is the sale price right here, was $10. So I'm going to plug that in. $10 for the sale price. The percent we pay is the 50%. So that's 0.50 times the original amount. Well, the original amount is what we're trying to figure out, so that's X. And we're going to do the same thing we did in the other example. We want to get X by itself to find the original price. It's being multiplied by 0.50, so I'm going to divide by 0.50 on both sides. Oops, 0.50. These are going to cancel out, and it's getting tight in here, but X is going to be equal to 10 divided by 0.50 is equal to $20. So the original price was $20. Okay, when we have a 50% discount and the sale price is $10. So this is a very handy little formula that can help us find out any one of those three things: the sale price, the percent discount, or the original amount. All right, so here's we also had this little chart to do as well. So let's go ahead and do that. In all three cases, they are giving us the percent discount and the sale price, and we need to find the original price. Let me move this up a little bit. Here we go. All right, so let's start with the top one. We have to find the original. So I'm going to start with the same equation. Sale price is equal to the percent we pay. I'm just going to do WP now. Percent we pay times the original. And we're looking for the original. Well, if the percent of discount is 25%, to find the percent we pay, we have to subtract that 25% from 100. We start with 100, we take away the percent of discount, and that leaves us with 75%. That's how much we pay, okay? So the percent we pay is 75%. So the sale price, oops, sorry, they gave us the sale price, so we can go ahead and plug that in. The sale price was $40. The percent we paid was 75%, so we're going to put 0.75. We're going to multiply that by X because the original is what we're looking for. To find X, we got to divide both sides by 0.75. And we're going to end up with X is equal to, let me go ahead and do that on the calculator. And that is equal to $53.33 if we round it. And since money only has dollars and cents, we have to round to the second decimal place. So 40 divided by 0.75 is $53.33. Excuse me. Let's try the next one. The sale price is equal to the percent we pay times the original. Now, the percent of discount is 5% this time. So we're going to start with 100% and we're going to subtract the 5% discount. And that leaves us with 95%. That's the percent we pay. So the sale price, which was $57, is equal to the percent we pay, which is 95%. So we'll write that as a decimal, times the original amount, which we'll call X because we don't know what it is. To get X by itself, we divide by 0.95. These cancel, and X will be equal to, let's see here, 57 divided by 0.95 equals, that's equal to $60. So the original price was $60. For the last one, okay, so we'll do that here. Sale price equal to the percent we pay times the original. You'll notice I'm writing down the formula each time because it makes it easier to plug in what you know, and you're less likely to make mistakes. The percent we pay, the discount is 80%. So we're going to subtract that from 100% to find the percent that we pay. 100%, remember, represents the whole amount, and we're going to take away the discount percent because it's on sale. And that leaves us with 20% that we are going to pay. So that 20%, well, the sale price is $90. 20% is what we're going to pay, so it's 0.20 times the original, which is what we're looking to find, so we call it X. Divide both sides by 0.20. And we're going to get X is equal to $450. So something that was originally $450, that's right here, so I should have filled all of these in. That was $450, this was $60, and this was $53.33. Dollar signs for all of those. So something that was originally $450, but it was discounted 80%, so we got to take 80% of it away, only cost us $90 at the end. Because taking 80% away is the same thing as saying we're paying 20% of the original price. All right, again, ask questions in class if you're having trouble with these. All right, so now we're going to find a selling price. Excuse me. A store pays $70 for a bicycle. The percent of markup is 20%. What is the selling price? So this is what we were talking about like earlier in the lesson, where if you are a business owner and you want to make money, you want to make profit. So you're going to, as a business owner, pay for something, and then you're going to turn around and sell it. But you're not going to sell it for what you bought it for. You're going to increase the price. That's the markup. And a lot of times we increase the price of something by a certain percentage. And in this case, it's 20%. So again, we're going to use two methods to figure this out, just like we did for finding a sale price. In the first method, we got to find how much money are we going to increase the price by, and then add it to the price that the store paid for it. All right, so the markup, when we talk about first find the markup, we're talking about dollars. Okay, so how do we find the markup in dollars? Well, the dollar markup is equal to the percent markup times what the store paid for, and we're going to call that original, what the original price that the store paid. Okay, so The percent markup was 20%. That's 0.20. The original price that the store paid was $70. So the dollar markup is going to be equal to that 0.20 times the 70. And that means the dollar markup is equal to $14. To find the selling price, so the final sale price, or selling price, I should say, selling price, you'll notice that I wrote SP. SP generally stands for either sale price or selling price, depending on the type of problem that you're doing. In markup problems, we're talking about selling price. Okay? In discount problems, we're talking about sale price. But the selling price is equal to the original price plus the dollar amount of the markup that we just calculated. That should be an M. So the dollar markup. The original price was $70, so the selling price is equal to the 70 plus the $14 that we're going to add to it. That's the profit. And the total selling price would be $84. All right, so that's one way to do it. You can find out how much money you need to add back to the original price that the store paid. So if you take the amount that the store paid and add how much extra money, then we get a total. And that's what they're going to sell it for. Or the second method is kind of like with discount, where the percent we pay type of problem. So find the percent that the store is selling the bike for. This whole thing right here is still the percent we pay. Okay? So we can kind of think of it in the same way. The percent we pay is always starts with 100%. That's the original price. And in this case, the original price is the $70 that the store paid for the bike. But since it's a markup, okay, markup means we're going to increase the price. So instead of subtracting from 100, we're going to add to 100. We're going to add the 20%. All right? And that now equals 120%. So the person who's going to buy the bike, all right, the selling price is going to be more than the original amount that the store paid. More than the original amount is always greater than 100%. So it's 120%, because anytime you increase something, it's going to be more than 100% of the original. All right? So the selling price is equal to the percent we pay times whatever the original price was that the store paid for the bike. All right? Well, the percent we paid is 120%. We're going to write that as a decimal. Sorry. SP, selling price, is equal to 1.20 times 70. And if you do 1.20 times 70, you're going to find that that's equal to $84, which is the same as what we got doing it the other method. So again, this is my preferred method of doing it, but you can do either one. If you want to find the amount of dollars first and add it to the original, that's fine. Or you can figure out the percent that we're going to pay of the original and then go ahead and multiply it in the second step there. So either way. So use these two methods to solve number 3, this on your own problem. So go ahead and pause the video, do those, and then come back and check your answers. Again, you can always rewind the video and watch those methods again to review so that you understand what to do for this problem. So go ahead, pause the video, come back and check it. All right, number 3. A store pays $75 for an aquarium. The markup is 20%. So $75 is what they pay. The markup is 25%. And that's an increase because it's a markup. What is the selling price? All right, in method number 1, we got to find the dollar amount of markup first. Dollar amount of markup is equal to the original price times the markup percent. Right? Or the percent markup times the original. It doesn't matter which order you do these in. So the dollar amount of markup is the original amount, which is $75, times the percent markup, which is 20%, and that's 0.20. And when you multiply those out, you get 75 times 0.2 is equal to $15. So this is the dollar markup. This is how much money we're going to add on to the original price. So the selling price would be equal to the original amount paid by the store plus the dollar markup, which is what we just figured out. So the selling price is equal to the $75 original price plus the $15 markup, which is equal to $90 selling price. All right, so that's method number one. Method number two, we want to find out the percent we pay. If we find out the percent we pay, then we can calculate how much the selling price will be. So the percent we pay starts with 100%, and because the 100% is the original amount. Since it's a markup, we're going to add 20% more to that. So the selling price will be 120% of the original. So our selling price is equal to the percent we pay times the original. All right, the percent we pay we just figured out, that's 120%. So the selling price is equal to 120%, but we write that as a decimal, 1.20, times the original amount, which is $75. And I'm going to go ahead and calculate that on the calculator. And I end up with $90 once again. So again, you can do either method, the one that you like. If you have a question on either of these methods, please make sure you ask in class, and we'd be happy to help you with some more example problems. All right, so for your assignment, again, we need you to show that you understand the lesson. We've highlighted some problems here. So I'm going to suggest that when you do problems 5, 11, 15, 17, 18, and 19, I think it's easier to do these problems if you do it with this formula. SP equals the percent we pay times the original. Now, SP can stand for either sale price, all right, or selling price, depending on the type of problem that you're doing. It looks like for 5, 11, and 15, SP would stand for sale price. It looks like for 17, 18, and 19, SP would stand for selling price. All right, so it's just a matter of, you know, what type of problem are you looking at to determine what SP stands for. So go ahead and give those, a try. Go back and re-watch the video if you need to, and then come into class, turn this into your teacher, and if you have questions, please make sure to ask, and we'll be happy to help.